Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Good evening. You're watching Oman News from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The tropical condition east of Arabian Sea changes to a tropical storm. Upgrading efficiency of Seh Qutna Road project at Niaba of Jabal Al-Akhdar and construction project of Ateen Road Junction flyovers are the most significant project awarded by tender board. And the Sultanate wins the prize of World Summit on Information Society in Geneva. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in details. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Vladimir Putin of Russia on the occasion of the Sovereignty Declaration Day. His Majesty the Sultan also sent a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Benigno Aquino of the Philippines on his country's independence anniversary. The first notification issued by Public Authority for Civil Aviation said that the latest weather charts indicated that the tropical condition east of Arabian Sea had changed to tropical storm. It is currently centered at latitude 16.9 north and longitude 67.1 east, and the storm epicenter is 980 kilometers away from the island of Masira. The surface wind speed around the center is between 35 and 45 knots. The notification mentioned that the latest prediction also indicated that the tropical storm is moving towards the northwest towards Sultanate's coast, adding that there is possibility to cross the epicenter on Sunday, the 15th of this month, to the area between Ras Al Had and Ras Al Madraka. Weather predictions indicated more depth of the tropical storm in the Arabian Sea before it gradually weakens when it approaches the Sultanate coasts. A tropical weather condition which possibly affect the Sultanate in the coming days topped discussions of Public Authority for Radio and Television in conjunction with bodies concerned from National Committee for Civil Defense and Public Authority for Civil Aviation. The meeting, which was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser Al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, discussed tropical condition from various aspects, including predictions, expected effects, and prominent preparations in case the condition approaches coast of the Sultanate, along with its direct and non-direct effects. Specialists in weather forecasts mentioned that the condition in its current status is categorized as tropical storm capable of deepening during next 48 hours. Major Faisal bin Salim Al-Hajri, Director of the Executive Office of National Committee for Civil Defense, stressed during the meeting that the Sultanate had benefited from its previous experiences and the National System for Emergency Cases Management is well organized to deal with weather conditions and other similar cases. The National Committee for Civil Defense denied validity of what is being circulated at social media regarding evacuation from the island of Masira. It mentioned that there was no official statement on this regard and all matters were going normally until making sure of the tropical situation that may affect some governorates of the Sultanate. And to follow up the situation, we have online with us Major Faisal bin Salim Al-Hajri, Director of the Executive Office of National Committee for Civil Defense. Major Faisal, good evening and welcome to our news.
Good evening, Dr. Abdullah.
Yes, what is the reality of the evacuation from Masira Island?
As we have just mentioned, there is no basis for such claims that we have not yet ordered any, evacuation for Masira Island. Indeed, we are 4 days ahead, of the storm reaching the Sultanate, if it is going to really reach the Sultanate. We take into consideration the different prediction that the Meteorology Department of the National Civil Aviation Authority, provides. However, we have not yet ordered any evacuation or in fact, any measures toward managing this situation.
Okay, and in this case, how are you dealing, or how are you going to deal with the situation as the storm may approach the island of Masira and nearby beaches? And will it going to be an evacuation in Masira or elsewhere?
Abdullah, there are, if you really read between the lines with regard to the prediction, there are two types of effects with regard to this system in particular. There is the direct effect and there is the indirect effect. Now, the effects. Now, the indirect effects will start Friday night, Saturday, and they will last until Tuesday in form of moderate to heavy rains. Now, this is a situation that we have been used to. It happens, very often. Our, regional or governorate emergency management committees are very well, trained and used to such situations. Now, the other part or the other type of effects is the direct effect, which are storm surges, severe winds, heavy rains associated with the arrival of the storm toward the coastal line of the Sultanate. Now, such effects are going to be, as per the prediction, is going to be in the Sharqiyya South, South Sharqiyya, and part of Al-Wusta coastal line. Thus, as per our procedures, we have notified local emergency management systems and governorate emergency management systems to take the necessary precautions and to be fully prepared to deal with the situation. But as we closely keep following the situation with our colleagues from the meteorology department, we cannot take any direct response procedures or measures until we are sure that such claims or predictions are to happen in reality, which will be at least 72, 36 hours before the arrival of the storm.
In this particular case, Major Faisal, what is your advice to the citizens and residents in general?
Well, of course, there is the golden advice that we have been, asking citizens and people here in Oman to is to not to, believe or not to listen to any non-official source in terms of, especially in terms of, there are so much rumors going around today in regard with the evacuation or certain measures that are going to be taken by the National Committee for Civil Defense, so on and so forth. However, we have our account in Twitter. We work closely with the media and the Public Authority for Television and Radio and Television, along with our media, partners. So please, refer to these official sources of information and always do not depend on whatever, you just get from from social media.
Indeed,
Second, whenever there is directions that is going to be issued by these organizations, please make sure that you follow them and you adhere to the rules and regulations or the directions from these organizations.
Thank you very much, Major Faisal, for this information. And with that, what we say that please do follow the official media for proper information. Major Faisal, thank you once again. The Ministry of Regional Municipalities and Water Resources announced that it had opened dam of Wadi Diqa in the Wilaya of Qurayat to reduce water level in the dam in an anticipation for any involvement may happen due to tropical condition expected in the Arabian Sea during the coming few days. It also mentioned that there is no danger of the flowing water and the stored water amounted to 83 million cubic meters. Upgrading the efficiency of Seh Qutna Road project at Niabat of Jabal Al-Akhdar in the Wilaya of Nizwa in the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliya was the most significant project awarded by the tender board during its 14th meeting of the year at a cost of more than 20 million Omani Riyals. The board also awarded the project of providing technicians for the maintenance of medical equipment and apparatus at the Royal Hospital, the renewal of security service contract for buildings of the Ministry of Justice in the Governorate and Wilayas of the Sultanate, the additional works of the construction project of 18 Rabat Road Junction flyovers and the expansion of Rabat Road in the Salalah in the Governorate of Dhofar. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Rashid bin Safi bin Khamis Al Harabi, Chairman of the Tender Board. Strategic features of Duqm Economic Zone development and its economic and investment projects during the upcoming period topped the discussions of the State Council during hosting His Excellency Yahya bin Saeed Al Jabri, Chairman of Duqm Special Economic Zone Authority. The Council discussed the significance of paying attention to human resources in terms of qualification, training and employment as to take its appropriate position in the management and operation of this pivotal facility. The Chairman of Duqm Special Economic Zone Authority pointed out to challenges facing government expenditure program, adding that necessary additional financial allocations will be provided in the 9th five-year development plan. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfoud Al Mandhari, Chairman of the State Council. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. The second Al Wafa gathering for qualifying disabled children concludes in the Governorate of Ad-Dakhiliya.
تخلص من الازدحام في مكتبك باستخدام ورق دبل اي. دبل اي ورق بجودة مضاعفة. ورق دبل اي سرعة وسلاسة.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. His Excellency Sayyid Mohammed bin Sultan Al Busaidi, Minister of State and Governor of Dhofar, received in his office today Captain Koji Tachikawa, Commander of the East Division 8, accompanied by a number of officers at the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force. The meeting exchanged cordial conversations and discussed a number of matters of concern to the two friendly countries. The Sultanate, represented by Oman National Computer Emergency Readiness Team, won the prize of World Summit on Information Society due to excellence and progress achieved by the team. The honor came within the Sultanate participation in the summit held in Geneva, which focused on ways to achieve global quality in owning the latest technologies and utilizing them. It also discussed some topics related to digital gap. The Sultanate stressed in the summit the connection between human development and optimal utilization of information technology. The Ministry of Health seek to develop health institutions and human cadres working at medical field by applying health strategic plan until 2050. The strategy focused on putting basic needs in this sector to keep pace with population growth in the Sultanate. The strategy seeks to achieve future vision which benefit from developing of health services at world level, in addition to the roles of the Ministry of Health, considering it as the main body responsible of providing health services for the citizens of the Sultanate. The strategy also included expansion at spreading health institutions which provide various health services at the Governorate of the Sultanate, support and develop them to provide quality health care. The Royal Army of Oman RAW today celebrated the graduation of a new batch of recruits under the patronage of Rear Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis Al-Raisi, Commander of the Royal Navy of Oman, in the presence of Major General Matar bin Salim Al-Balushi, RAW Commander. The ceremony, which was held at the military parade field in the Sultan's Armed Forces SAF Training Battalion, started with a salute for the chief guest who inspected the front column. Then, the chief guest distributed the appreciation awards for the top graduates. The activities of strategic exercise decision-making commenced at the premises of National Defense College. It will continue until the 19th of this month, along with the rounds cadets and the directive commission of the college. A number of experts and advisors from government ministries and establishments in the Sultanate take part in the training exercise in order to acquaint the participants with various strategic security and political issues. It came as part of the college's general curriculum and academic courses. The second Al-Wafa gathering for qualifying disabled children concluded in the Governorate of Al-Dakhiliya. The conclusion ceremony discussed issues of disabled children and called local society to support them. Children of Al-Wafa Center in Nizwa provided various shows and social play. Wadi Kalbu team presented a visual show of all events held at gathering, and honored categories participated in the gathering.
تخلص من الازدحام في مكتبك باستخدام ورق دبل اي. دبل اي ورق بجودة مضاعفة. ورق دبل اي سرعة وسلاسة.
And now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of clouds over the coastal areas overlooking the Arabian Sea and chances of low clouds late night and early morning on the coastal areas of the Governorate of South Sharqiya and Al-Wusta. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate along the coast of Sea of Oman, while it will be easterly to southeasterly light to moderate along the rest of the Sultanate. Seas will be slight to moderate to rough along the coastal areas overlooking Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters and slight along the Sultanate's coast with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The tropical condition east of Arabian Sea changes to tropical storm. Upgrading efficiency of Sheikh Qutna Road project at Niyabata of Al Jabal Al Akhdar and construction project of Atin Road Junction flyovers are the most significant project awarded by tender board. The Sultanate wins the prize of World Summit on Information Society in Geneva. With that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin. From me here, Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, together with Aziza Al-Blushia, and on the other side, Adil Al-Blushi, Nadia Al-Habsiya, and Mohammed Al-Yahmidi, chief editor, and the entire news team led by Sultan Al-Bahri. Thank you for joining us.